I've got 3 amazing use cases for Nano Banana. So let's hop into it. Use case number 1, you ever have a CAD drawing that looks something like this and you need it to look rendered? I'm not talking about like 3D rendering, just like adding hatches and shading and everything. This huge pain in the butt takes forever to do it manually. Here I've written out, render this elevation with light gray roofing, cedar shakes, white trim, and gray windows. And I'll send this off and check out what it's gonna do. And as always, I'm gonna show you the real time it takes. We're at about 7 seconds now. It usually takes about 10 seconds or so for a generation. And there we go. So this took 10 seconds, okay? College student version me, this would have taken like 3 hours, okay? Like this is so annoying to do. So any students out there, I hope this helps, but this is great. You could just bring this into your presentation set and you've got a beautiful drawing. And here's the best part. If you have any edits, like let's say this front door is the wrong material, you just ask it to fix it. So you could say, make the front door walnut, okay? And then send that off. And it's intelligent enough to know that this is the front door and it's going to target that. So again, we wait our 10 seconds or so, and there we go. So pretty insane that we can do this. And it understands all that. Like again, it changed the front door, it didn't change the side door. If I wanted to change the side door, I would just say that. So really, really useful that we can do this. The second handy trick is for interior design. I say this all the time. You want to basically update your room or you want to fill it with furniture. So I'm going to take this photo of this living room and I want to swap out the rug with something I found. So this is like a typical use case I see all the time. So I've got this little, this rug over here and I'm going to snippet it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snippet the whole image. I'm going to try and trick it, right? And I'm going to go over to Google Studio and I'm going to say, replace the rug. I'm going to be super vague, right? And it's going to think for a little bit and hopefully it takes this green rug and it puts it in here. But I feel like this is great for any person like moving into a new place or just redecorating. And there you go. This is the rug. And now I will say, I've done this a couple times just as a test, obviously, so you guys don't see me testing, but I've noticed that sometimes the aspect ratio will follow the snippet of the second image. So if you don't understand what I mean, look at this aspect ratio versus the original image. Okay, you see how this is like a square, but then this is really long. And just to kind of show you again what I mean, if I were to just snippet this and say, replace this rug, let's see what it does. So a couple little quirks, this is what we said in the previous video. It's good. It's just the control and like the consistency is kind of weird. Like who would think that the aspect ratio would change from the original image? Why would you ever want that? But you see what it did now? It changed the aspect ratio to match this. And it even like put it in the like web socket, if that makes sense. And for some reason it gave me another one for free. So a couple quirks there, but hey, if I needed like a quick check, hey, does this rug look good? This is pretty good. It even adds shadow. So like, I can't really complain. Like it did the job. And again, to do this manually in Photoshop, that would take a long time. So really nice that exists. So then the last use case, which I think is pretty amazing that I keep seeing people talk about, is you can basically grab like any image or location or landmark, and you can kind of do a bunch of different diagram / style transfer things. So watch this. So I'm going to create a new chat and we're going to keep it simple. And by simple, I'm going to tell it, can you highlight One World Trade Center with a orange stroke? So orange stroke just means a orange line. And so the interesting thing here is like it's looking at a photo and it's going to find the building I'm talking about. So like that's pretty crazy. And like it did that. So it just like made a little diagram, right? And then to take it one step further, can you extract One World Trade Center and give me an isometric view of it? It's basically going to stylize that and put it into almost like a 3D looking view. It's going to change the perspective completely to be isometric. There we go. Like this looks like SimCity, for those OGs out there, but I mean, this is crazy. This is really great if you're like doing some sort of isometric, axometric type of drawing and you need a view of the building. And you can even say like, give me another angle. Like I want to see the right side or the front side. So that's really cool. So now here, what I want to do is actually stylize this image, and you can use this for any image. So I'm going to branch from there and I'm going to say, turn this into a pencil drawing, and I'll send that off. And what's nice about this is like, you don't need a Photoshop action. So if you've never dealt with that, you basically download this file and it does like 5,000 steps, and it takes a long time. You've got to like download the brushes, and here it did it in like 2 seconds. So this is like a fun thing. If you need to just like stylize images, you don't want something realistic, you've got that as an option. And then you can just iterate. You could say, can you actually make it isometric too? So basically now we're combining this pen style with the isometricness of that diagram we were looking at before. And look at that, it didn't do it. So our jobs are safe. But again, some of the quirks that I've noticed with this, I don't know why sometimes it listens, sometimes it doesn't. Really, really frustrating. But when it works really well. So now I want to show you another example of the isometric view, because I thought this was pretty cool. So I grabbed this image over here, the Statue of Liberty, and watch this. I'm going to copy this in, and I'm going to make a new chat and say, generate an isometric CAD view. And here I'm putting CAD in there just to make it seem stylized, because I don't want it to be like photorealistic. I'm hoping when I say CAD view, it does give it like a line drawing kind of thing. And there we go. Look at that. So it took this and it made an isometric of that. And like, obviously it doesn't have all the information, but we can see Empire State Building's there, Statue of Liberty's there. I think it even picked up some boats and it put that in there. That's kind of fun. But this is crazy. I mean, the reality is it's a nice way of saying this. It's not a useful thing as it is right now, but I do think like stylistically, you could try and figure out different diagram styles with this before you even get started in Illustrator or Photoshop to help you like figure out your next move. And then I'll show you one more thing you could do in terms of like stylizing is, let's say I've got an image like this and I want to change the time of day. That works really well. So again, a new chat, and I'm going to say, make this a bright sunny day, and then send that off. So time of day stuff is great. And this is what I keep saying about the iteration thing. Like, look at that. It did a great job. Again, Photoshopping this would be miserable. So now let's say, can you make it nighttime? And you can hit Control Enter. I have this bad habit of always hitting Enter instead of Control Enter, because every other tool, like in CAD and Rhino, you hit Enter. Anyways, but here, it did it nighttime in no time at all. So this is really, really powerful if you just want to preview what it could look like. And it works for everything. I've been able to do night, sunny, golden hour. Check this out. So as you can see, that's a pretty good looking golden hour. So anyways, I want to share these 3 kind of workflows that are out there. I feel like every day/hour, I'm discovering like new ways people are using this. And I think it's great. I feel like overall, it's super promising. It does a good job preserving structure and like listening most of the times. But just to recap, use it to render your drawings. I think that's like a quick, easy win. Use it for interior design, swap things out, add things, subtract things. That's all there. And then, have fun with style transfers. You could either, change the time of day, change the style if you want it to be pencil or if you want it to be watercolor. You've got a couple options. Anyways, if you guys enjoy these banana videos, let me know in the comments. I think it's like a nice little break from our typical videos. And it's a fun new thing. And there's a lot to be discovered here. So curious how you're using it and all that. So drop that in the comments. I'm always interested to hear that. And as always, please like and subscribe to the video. Helps the video do well with the algorithm and everything. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.